Convicted murderer Alex Murdaugh was back in court today, this time facing a slew of federal charges connected to alleged financial crimes.
Our NBC affiliate in Charleston, South Carolina, is reporting Murdaugh pleaded not guilty to those charges a short time ago. Earlier this year, the former attorney was found guilty of killing his wife and son and was sentenced to life without parole. NBC News legal analyst Danny Cevallos joins us now. So, Danny, Murdaugh was indicted on financial charges last week, 22 of those charges. Can you just break those down for us? And how strong is this case against him?
It is practically airtight, super strong, bedrock. I don't know how else to call it. You start with the idea that generally federal cases, your odds going into trial in a federal criminal case are about 90% that you're going to get convicted, maybe even more. That's why 90% of federal cases end in a guilty plea, and of those that go to trial, probably 90+% end in a guilty verdict. And that's just the numbers. Then you get into this case where the defendant has essentially admitted to most of the criminal conduct in his earlier state court criminal case for the murder of his wife and son. So his gambit there in that case was to take the stand and basically try to gain credibility by saying, look, folks, I may be a financial fraudster, but that doesn't mean I'm a killer. It was a risk. He took the stand. That was what he tried to convey to the jury. It didn't work. Knowing when he took the stand that by admitting to those crimes, he would almost surely be making any future case against him for that financial fraud or stealing from his clients or whatever the case may be, making that case airtight. He's done that. The feds have picked it up, and here we are.
And so his attorneys have said that he's been cooperating with this investigation, that they anticipate they're going to be able to work something out, resolve this quickly. What does that mean? Like that he could take a plea, that some of these charges go away? He's already serving a life sentence. What else can they do to him?
None of these charges are going away. When they're talking about a non-trial disposition, they're talking about a guilty plea on terms that the defendant can live with. Now, you talk about, well, he's already in prison for life. Now we get into some of the philosophical reasons for why we punish. Why do we punish if, for example, you have a defendant who already might be spending the rest of his life in prison? Well, one reason is he may be successful on appeal in a state court case and somehow get his conviction overturned. So it's not a sure thing that any defendant, unless the appeals are exhausted, will definitely spend the rest of his life in prison on those charges. The second reason is even if there is no reason that he'll ever get out of state prison, it's the principle. If you steal from your clients, you should be handed a serious sentence. And that is the idea behind this prosecution.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.